Yeah, I'm rolling.
Okay. Go ahead and call the April meeting of the Parks Board to order. And we'll start, as with every month, with a roll call. We're happy to have a couple of new members this month, and I'll start on my left.
I'm Beth Bird.
I'm Marshall Broadwell.
Tim Luttrell.
Tom Prickett. Tim Lentz.
And I'm Ed Marks. I'd like to welcome the two new additions to our group. We've had a void for a long time with the spot that Beth took, and we have a new library board representative, so we're real happy to have you here, and hope you enjoy your time.
Thank you.
Larry's still here. We can't get rid of him. He won't go away. He keeps coming back, even though he's not supposed to be here at these meetings. We have several guests in the audience, and some of them are going to speak, and we'll just go with that as it goes. Everyone had a chance to review the minutes from the last meeting. You should have gotten a copy in the mail. Yes? Did you get a copy? Okay,
I
good.
got a copy. I was in here, so I defer to anyone who was.
Any questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
In a second.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We don't have a copy of the claim, so we'll skip by that. That's okay. We usually have at least a copy of the claim so that we can look it over from
I'm
the...
not sure where they are with that. I know the last couple times she
I
hasn't
know
been
they're
able
trying to
do
get
so.
it up to date and up to speed so that we can actually see the claims before they're paid, which is, I thought, important for us.
That's a good plan.
Okay. Right to the director's report.
Do you want to go with me start?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, for the Hornet Park Community Center, for the fitness center, we had 7 new 3-month passes for $385, 20 renewed passes, 3-month passes, which is fantastic. Every time people renew, that just lets us know that they're happy with the service that they're getting here. 2 renewed 6-month passes and 19 daily passes. And then in the combo area, we had 1 new 3-month pass, 3 renewed 3-month passes, and then 1 combo daily pass. And in the seniors, we had 3 new 3-month passes, 8 renewed 3-month passes, 1 renewed 6-month pass. And then in group exercise, 3 new 3-month passes, 4 renewed 3-month passes, and 9 daily passes. So altogether, we had over 30 renewals in our exercise passes, so that's really great. And then in our room rental, for the month, it was $3,460, and that means we're really busy. And year to date, we brought in $10,417.50 for room rental. Again, we've been really busy up to now. So I'll be glad to answer any questions or if anybody has any.
Good job.
That's an example of good things going on. And if you come up here to work out, you'll see how busy it is. There are times when it's you have to wait on equipment, but it's worth the wait. The cost and availability is really great on that. So, Andrew?
All right, I'll start off with completed projects. In the past, last year, we worked on helping out some of the youth leagues as far as core aeration to their fields and also fertilization. And we're continuing that this year, and I've already done the spring aeration to the fields and the spring application of fertilization. We'll have 2 more applications of the fertilizer later on this year. And if you guys have been down to the ball diamond there in Sarah T. Bolton Park, you'll notice there's been some big changes there and things. Some of the things that have happened over there are the fencing. There's some fencing in the state of disrepair. It's kind of curled under and things. It's hazardous for the kids and things as they play ball. That fencing has been replaced. Also, the concession stand building that was there, it was in pretty rough shape and something we're needing to work on. We started tearing into that building and looking it over, and come to find out the structure just wasn't the best all around. So we went ahead and invested our money in a new building versus putting our money into the old building and things. But We built a new concession stand there. The building was built with the creek in mind and things, how the creek flooded the old concession stand. We built the new one up, a foot and a half off the ground. The whole underside of it's treated lumber and things. That concession stand is movable at some point. If we have to move it for any reason, it could be moved from where it's at, so it's a portable concession stand to some extent. But anyway, if you guys want to come down there and take a look at it anytime, it's pretty much complete now. I know they use it for the game the other day. I think girls softball came down and ran some concessions for the high school team there out of that, and I know they enjoyed it. The opening there for the concession stand window, you can get a good view of the diamond now and things as well. Also, we have a new scoreboard that's been purchased. National City Bank made a great donation to us for that scoreboard, and that scoreboard's in the park building right now, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to get it up on the posts and things. We have some preparations to do there, but it'll be a nice scoreboard going in and things as well there at the main diamond. So some good improvements there. We try to do a little each year and make things look better down there. Our current focus right now for the Parks Department is our Clean City crew is one of the things. We go around the city and try to keep trash and things picked up. Also, we have a good bit of repairs and different things, preparations that need to be done in lieu of the park opening coming May 1st. And grass mowing, of course, is probably many of you have seen around the town and things. The grass is starting to sprout up, so we're having to jump on that as well right now. So that's our current focus. Some upcoming projects. We're looking to do another volleyball court somewhere in Sarah T. Bolton Park. Location has not been picked out just yet, but we'd like to do another volleyball court just like the one that is down there at South Grove Park that we did last year. I think that turned out well, and we'd like to do that in Sarah T. Bolton Park. Also, there's a roof at Hilltop shelter there on the restroom house that needs to be repaired, so that's one of the things that we're looking at addressing here in the coming months. As far as our training and things, a good bit of city employees went through the personal protection training. We just recently had that. Shelter rentals, we've had 18 shelters that have been rented since last meeting for a total of $900. A year-to-date total of $4,500. And the dog park registrations keep going. We've had 18 new dogs that have been registered for a total of $770. Year-to-date total of $1,065. And Nancy, do you know how many we have now for the dog park? How many have been registered approximately? Are we over 100 now?
Right at 100.
Okay. So it seems to be going good. But, at any rate, that's all I have. You guys have any questions for me?
Any questions for Andrew? I do have one, Andrew. Talking
Okay.
about the volleyball court at Sarah Bolton.
Okay.
Are we, so we're relocating the existing court that's there, or that
possibly,
that what we call a court that really isn't a court?
Yeah. The one that's there right now, I know there's some trees and things like that that are close by it, and obviously if someone's going after a ball, we don't want to run into a tree and things. But with the Greenway Trail coming as well and things, I know Mayor talked about, speaking with Snyder and trying to just come up with a good location for that court and things. So any input that you guys might have for that would be desired.
Excellent. Any other questions?
Yeah, I had a question. When you replaced the concession stand, was there an announcer's booth that was part of the previous concession stand?
Yes. Before, they had the scoring that was done upstairs in that upper part, and we didn't go with that second story on it and things. The new scoreboard is actually wireless, okay? So they can keep score from the bleacher and things. I don't know how much announcing they did necessarily before the games, but yeah, typically they kept score from up top, and now they're going to do it from a bleacher or dugout. There's a small wireless controller that goes to that scoreboard, and they can do that. Before they had to go upstairs because there was a cord that ran upstairs to the box and everything to keep score on the scoreboard there.
The way that I understood it from Andrew and other people I talked to was, we had talked about repairing the upper level and getting it safe so that people could actually be up there. And when they took the upper level off, the lower level started to lean out. So the upper was holding the lower and the lower was holding the upper.
You could push on the walls, and the walls would just sway back and forth.
Rather than be unsafe, let's just be safe. will last us several more years, so that'd be great. And it's an enhancement to the park. It looks a lot better than the old one did. If you haven't had a chance to go by and look at it, you should. It's just a great addition. So. Okay. Okay. We'll move into the unfinished business. One of the things that we're going to cover tonight, and everyone has a copy of it, is the updated Little League agreement letter that the Little League signs with the Parks Department every year. And the way that we understood it from looking into it was that it hadn't been signed for several years. And when we finally got the copy, Nancy dug out the old copy of it. We looked at it, and it looked like it hadn't been signed for several years when you looked at the names that were on it and the things that were in it. So Andrew and I back and forth worked on it and just kind of took the old letter and updated it, added a few items to it. Let's see, Andrew, which ones did we add? Do you remember?
I think 9 through
12 was already on there,
possibly.
but there were some things that just needed to be added to it, involving the equipment and the groundskeeping and the proper operation of the property, who's responsible for what can and can't be done there, and it's all up to date. The one thing that we did add to it on section line number 10 that's not on your copies, in addition to the statement that's on there, we added major repairs or vandalism to the main structure to a limit of $500 for the Little League. If there's a catastrophic incident down there, a building burns down or whatever, the city will be responsible. We have insurance on that. They also have insurance on that, so as a co-op, we'll get that taken care of. And we made the changes. Nancy has a copy to fix, but we all initialed and signed off this evening before the meeting on it, so they're aware of what they have. They've already filed their insurance paperwork, and their hold harmless agreement is on file with the city so that they can proceed with Little League like they should be doing. So, and I think they're already practicing down there at least. I don't know if they've had any games yet. Do they have any games yet? Tom, do you know? No?
I don't know. I think opening day's the 26th
That's right,
of this month.
26th. It's the week after the cleanup, you're right. So that's just something that got brought out from the archives and updated so that we're current. As far as the cell tower update in Hartman Park, there's really nothing to report at this time. They're going through a variance process. The company is. And actually, by going through the variance project, they found out that property was incorrectly zoned. It was zoned for residential, not for whatever it was being used for, so that had to be changed in the process also. So that may or may not have slowed them down. We're not sure what's going on with that. So they are in the variance process to get that started.
So that'll be in Hartman Park? What part of the park?
It is on the, there's a location that was, there's been 3 companies that have tried to put one there in the same location. It's where they keep the brick dust and all that stuff, if you're familiar. It's a gravel area right now. The brick dust and stuff will be cleaned up. It really serves us 2 folds. It gives us a secure area. Some fencing gets replaced by the contractor, and what it looks like a lot of debris and trash and an unsightly area will get cleaned up to be a nice looking area. So.
The same for cellular one wanted to use, it's the same?
Yeah, same location, yeah, except it's T-Mobile. And they've actually gone farther in the process than anyone else has. So. It looks very promising. So that's that. Any other unfinished business anyone has questions? We'll move into the new business. The ladies introduced themselves during the roll call, but I think if you would just give us a brief overview, a little bit of information, and why you wanted to be on the park board, and what do you think you can bring to us?
You can go first.
Oh, man. My name is Marshall. Again, I'm on the library board. I was on the library board with Larry, and Larry retired from the library board, which when he retired from this board at the same time, and so I decided to replace him. My family lives at 216 South 6th Avenue. We've lived here for about maybe 5 years or so. I used to live across the street from Nancy. So We really like it here a lot. I work as an attorney downtown. My husband's an engineer, and we have a 3-year-old, so
Awesome. Excellent. Welcome.
thanks.
Okay, Beth.
Okay, Beth. Beth Berg, I've been watching this board from the audience for a couple of years, so I'm looking forward to serving on this side of the table, doing something in the community. Been in Beech Grove about 26 years. You know, a lot of my kids, they're all grown, 3 of them. So, that's probably enough.
Excellent.
Is that good?
Welcome. Welcome. We're glad to have you guys. We're glad to have a full board finally again, so that we can, if for some reason we were in a situation where somebody didn't show up, we were in trouble. So we can't get anything passed or through without a quorum. So we're happy to have you, not for that reason, but for others, and that reason also. But we look forward to having your input and your service. We're a fun group. You know, the monthly parties are what it's all about. Over at Tim's house.
Really?
Yeah. There was one more thing I need to put under new business, but I'll just make myself a note. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, next on the, members, any questions for our new members? They didn't bring cookies this time.
Which one's secretary treasurer, or is that you?
That would be Rick.
It's not Rick.
But it will be Rick. I have a message from Rick, he's in Atlanta.
So could be next time. That's
You guys have to bring the hamburgers on those next week. Okay, next month.
Diana, would like to talk about the bike-a-thon. You have the floor.
Thank you. The fitness center as a fundraiser, because of course we're all part of the not-for-profit for Beech Grove, we're a fundraiser to buy more equipment and different things for the fitness facility is going to hold a bike-a-thon. And what I've handed out to you is actually the 15-mile course and the 2-mile family smaller course that people can use. The 15-mile course, 13 miles of that goes through Franklin Township. We've already gained permission through them with no problems to use the streets going through Franklin Township. There's no issue there. And we also worked with the superintendent for the school to gain permission to cross through the school. And then we're going to be going down through the park, in through Beech Grove, down through the park. We're not going to be shutting off any streets, closing any streets or anything, so we didn't have to get permission to do that. But we will have police escort followed up by an EMS vehicle, so that we're making sure we're covering safety. Ed, when I talked to Ed about this, he wanted me to just talk about it with you guys, since we're not closing anything at the park for them to go through. They're just going to enter it from Churchman, drive through it, cross the bridge, up to Main, and go back down Main. So they'll just be driving through, and it's at 7 o'clock in the morning it starts. And it will probably go to 8 to 8:30, depending on the families and the young kids. They'll probably be the ones between 8 to 8:30 heading through there. And we're going to have it on June 14th. It'll be registration for the long one, the 15-mile, at 6:30. And then for the small 2-mile, it will be, the registration then will start at 7, so that we can get all the families in order and everything, and get them out at the end of the school grounds there by Churchman, so that they can follow in as the police escort comes through and all the other riders start coming through. So we kind of plan the registration staggered, so that all the families wouldn't be here at the same time that the other riders were going to be taking off. Again, we have the course on here, front and back, and I do have it divided out between long course, and then I put long course continues and short course begins. Any questions on any of this?
This is a bike-a-thon, so is it a fundraiser?
Yes.
So how much?
The $25, and you get a t-shirt included with the ride. And we are going to have a bag for them that's filled with all kinds of things. We've already started gathering all the little things go in the bag for promotional items for different companies. And we will be, I have a sponsorship letter. We will be getting out and getting sponsors in on that, and they'll go on the back of the t-shirts. And I am also applying for a grant for this as well. So we're hoping that we can get in close to 10,000. We'd like to be able to get in that much so that we can purchase a piece of cardio equipment for the cardio room, and maybe some mirrors downstairs. Very important that people can see what they're doing when they're working out so they don't hurt themselves. So that's a couple of our goals.
And is there pre-registration opportunities?
Yes, there is. The pre-registration, we will, the committee meets this Thursday, and this Thursday we approve everything to this point, which is the application waiver. We have worked with the attorney to make sure that we're covering everybody as far as suits can go. We do have an insurance company we're already going to get for the one-day event. I mean, we're pretty well following CEBA. I don't know if you know who CEBA is, Central Indiana Viking Association. We're pretty well following their layout of what they've done, and they've been doing it for years. And we're going with their insurance, the one-day event, with their insurance carrier. Excuse me. And so we will get everything approved this Thursday at our committee meeting, and then by this weekend we should have everything out, the waivers, everything, our posters, all should be out and ready to start going. So registration would start from probably Friday, and then it will end, I think we've got it ending May 15th for early, and then from May 15th up to the day it starts will be an extra $5 tacked on. So it'll be $30 instead. And we do have it set up where they can order extra t-shirts if they would like as well. Same, it's $25 a person, even for family. Now, we were talking about them being able to pull the little kid wagons behind. The ones that are doing the short course can definitely do that. And they signed up, the person who signed up with the bike is pulling them, it's included. So if they're pulling one of those, that's still just the $25. And if they want to get more t-shirts, they can purchase more t-shirts for the kids to wear. Any other questions?
It looks like you have plenty of police activity along these intersections and junctures, and I'll tell you from doing long bike rides myself, you don't get that.
No.
They start you off and turn you loose, and you're on your own. You obey all traffic laws, and that's the way it goes until the end, and you hope you make it to the end.
We're safety people.
Great. That's awesome, Diana. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Any questions? Anybody have any questions? Very good. One of the things that the mayor had asked me to get done today that we haven't done in the past, or that we've done in the past, we just need to redo it and have a board member appointed to the Greenscape Commission with the Green City trees and all that good stuff. And I would like for someone to volunteer. I've asked someone to volunteer, and hopefully we can all agree on that position. You have to be a resident of Beech Grove and serve on the park board. So is anyone interested? Actually, Beth and I talked about this before the meeting, so I would like for Beth to go ahead and take that position. She has that opportunity if that's agreeable with the rest of the board members. Yeah, that's fine. Good deal. Thank
You know when
you.
they meet or anything?
You'll have to contact Dave Miller.
Contact him?
I think they meet on Tuesdays. I can't remember. Truly can't remember. Do you remember? Do you know?
We haven't met before.
Yeah, no. Okay. Anyway,
Call Dave Miller.
Okay.
talk to Dave Miller. So Beth will be our representative, and every month she can bring us up to date on, not the Greenway, the Greenscape.
Greenscape.
The Greenway's a whole different thing. The last thing on the new business is the meeting location for the May meeting, May 12th. It's nice weather, and we like to move the meeting around every once in a while and actually go to our properties if anyone has a suggestion. Of course, we have to coordinate our visits with Nancy and the shelter rentals so that we don't push anybody out.
You want to do it in Sarah or South Park?
I don't care, you guys pick it.
Make
There's a
most
shelter
meeting.
at Hartman, there's a shelter
Yeah.
at South Grove,
Let's do
there's
it South
shelters
Grove.
at
We haven't
Sarah
done it there in a
Bolton.
long time.
Yeah,
So
we
we'll
did
go to
Sarah
South
Bolton
Grove.
last year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
several
actually
times.
did several times there.
Yeah, let's bring in the hamburgers.
Okay, so you're looking at
Swimming
South
in
Grove?
your house later.
And we'll stay with the same 6:30 time. Is that good for everybody? That's 6:30 suitable? So it'll be at South Grove Park at 6:30 on May the 12th. Great. Any other new business we need to talk about? New ideas, new plans?
I just got here. I don't have anything new.
We'll keep you involved. That's one of our guests. We have, when he came in, I thought we were in trouble because we actually have a councilman at our meeting. Was a little concerned.
He's an easy one.
So, with that being said, I'll ask for any questions from the audience.
Councilman.
Excellent.
Are you gonna need volunteers for your ride?
Yes, definitely. We will have volunteers here for registration and getting people set up with their kids and everything. And yeah, we're going to have a list that's up at the front desk, so anybody who wants to come in and volunteer, we're more than happy to have you. We will be, as far as right now, we're looking at planning a breakfast afterwards at my house for the committee personnel and the volunteers afterwards. A nice big breakfast. We've got a chef who volunteered that, so we'll have that. But yeah, we will be looking for volunteers as well as writers. We need lots of writers. So if you want more information on it, you can come into the Hornet Park Fitness Center at the front desk, and we should have a sign-up sheet up there for volunteers and the application waiver, as well as the bike-a-thon course and our flyer up there that gives you more information on it.
Any others?
I have a question.
Sure.
Is there anything planned, any event or anything for Arbor Day? And I'm not sure that this.
I don't
the
think
park
that's
would-
this board's responsibility. That'll be Beth's responsibility to bring us
So
up
that's
to date.
great.
Actually, there is, but it's not going to be held on Arbor Day. It's going to be held at a later date, and I don't remember what that is offhand. But I could find out and let you know.
Great. Mr. Councilman?
To the current members, good job. And to the new members, congratulations. That'll be it.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. With that being said, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 The rest can stay.